All right, let's just bring you up to speed with the news just in. The building belonging to the Daily Dispatch in East London has allegedly been set on fire. The Daily Dispatch, a South African newspaper publishing in East London in the province of the Eastern Cape. SABC News reporter Abongile Jantjies is live for us there now. Abongile, good afternoon to you, or still morning in fact. I know that you just rushed off from where the conference is taking place. The Daily Dispatch not too far from where you'd been stationed a bit earlier on. I see the fire trucks are on scene at this stage. What is happening there?
Well, Griselda, as you can see behind us, firefighters are battling with the blazes. It happened at around 9:30 this morning. This building is believed to be over 100 years old, but the Daily Dispatch, they moved their offices. They're no longer here using this building, and it seems as though it has been abandoned by people who are from this area, and they are also saying that they don't know the exact cause of the fire, but investigations are continuing. But for people who've been inside the building, who have worked inside this building, I'm now joined by the editor of the Daily Dispatch. A very good day to you, ma'am. Thanks for joining us. This building, you say it's been existing for over 100 years. Now it's been burning. Now it has burnt. How does that make you feel?
I must say it was quite emotional arriving here this morning and seeing the flames. I worked nearly a decade in this building myself before we moved to Beacon Bay, and there are so many memories that we have made as a newsroom. So it was a really sad moment to come here this morning and to see what's left of this building.
Coming to the building, you're a newspaper in the media industry, and it has produced a lot of well-known journalists, and you're saying that the Dispatch is almost 150 years, and this building, most of its time was spent here.
Yeah, I mean, yes, the Dispatch in September this year is turning 150, and this building is such a big part of that history. I mean, we were here in this particular building for more than 100 years. So it really is, I mean, for it to happen this year of all years makes it so much more difficult to really process.
You said it has an emotional effect when we spoke off air?
Yeah, I mean, I was standing with some of my colleagues earlier this morning, and we were actually crying because we just couldn't believe what we were seeing. I mean, I was able to get a little bit closer to the building earlier, and it's completely gutted. There is nothing left. It's just a shell. And, you know, if I think of all the amazing stories that we've produced in that newsroom, you know, we lived through the Mandela death and spending like 36 hours awake trying to put this newspaper out, and seeing it in this state is actually, it's a lot to process.
Do you suspect any foul play?
Well, it's a little bit difficult to say at this stage exactly what it is. We are waiting for the fire chief to just give us an assessment of what it is. But if you look at the building, they were saying that it started in that middle column. Now that middle column used to be, it's the staircase. So for me, it's just a little bit strange that the fire would start there. So I'm not quite sure what could have started. But we are waiting for them to just give us some feedback. But it's difficult to say exactly what the cause is at this stage. And
have you engaged with the police since they had to conduct their own investigation, coming to issues of arson? Where have you spoken to the police from your side personally?
As the newspaper, we are going to be reaching out to the police, obviously, because we will be reporting on it as a newspaper. The owner of the building was actually here earlier, and I think he will probably be the one who will be engaging with them more in terms of whether or not this was arson, if it was an accident. But we will certainly be speaking to the police as well as to the cause of the fire.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well, that was the editor of the Daily Dispatch, Griselda. Well, as you can see, firefighters battling with the fire, with the blazes that have occurred here. It has really sent shock waves. People used to come and buy their newspapers here from the Daily Dispatch, but now that's no more, Griselda. And we are yet to also find out from the police what's happening. We are expecting to join them any moment from now here at the scene. Griselda, we shall bring you more when they arrive.
Thank you very much, Abongile. Indeed, that is the building that used to house the Daily Dispatch. I recall them moving, I think it was to Beacon Bay, if I'm not mistaken. They've moved from those premises. In fact, my journalism school was right across from the Daily Dispatch, so I certainly have very fond memories of the love for journalism right across from where you are standing there. Very sad to see indeed the building that used to house the Daily Dispatch. Sherry-Ann James, in fact, the editor of the Daily Dispatch, my former classmate. Thank you very much for joining us on that, Abongile. I'm sure you'll give us the latest on that. Firefighters still on the scene there since early this morning. You said at about 9 o'clock that building used to house the Daily Dispatch newspaper there in the Eastern Cape.